Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis Media. Welcome back to another game review. This time it is going to be on Undertale. Now, Undertale is a game that I've wanted to play for a while. I was pretty curious on it, and I couldn't really play it because I didn't have a laptop. But the game is on PS4, so there's that. So I could have gotten it for PS4, but I didn't find out it was on PS4 until like a couple days ago, so I could have gotten it the whole time. But anyways, let's get into it. So all throughout this weekend, besides seeing Black Panther, I spent the weekend trying to finish this game because I wanted to do the best I could on how to play the game and stuff like that. Alright, now Undertale is an RPG retro-style indie game created by Toby Fox, where you play as a boy who's fallen down a hole and lands in the underworld. And no, it is not hell. But things get a little strange for him because long ago two races ruled over Earth, which were humans and monsters. And then a war broke between both races, then after the battle the humans won. And they sealed the monsters underground. So now you play as a human who is a kid who is supposed to be the last of his kind, and you meet a lot of monsters and you can either choose to kill them or spare them. Either way, they will change the way you play. Now, this game has gained a lot of praise, so there is obviously going to be some people who find the game overhyped or overrated, which is pretty much the same thing. But of course I'm not one of those people. I freaking love this game. This is one of the best indie games I've ever played. What I love about this game is it has you caring about the characters, believe it or not. For an indie game, to have characters like this, it was really hard to care to, like, it's kind of hard to explain, but anyways, and it's easy to grow attached to these characters. However, if you decide to kill all of them, it won't have such a happy ending. Plus, the boss fight between Sans is insanely hard. Luckily for me, I didn't have to fight him, which was something I was a bit worried about. I was worried that you had to fight Sans, and it looked really difficult. I didn't think I would ever beat it. But luckily, you don't have to, as long as you play the game in the right way that you want. Alright, so now, when you fight them, you are basically this heart in a white box, and when the enemies attack you, there are little white shapes that you have to dodge, which I find pretty cool. Some people kind of find this game to be a bit similar to the game Earthbound for the SNES. I never played the game, so I don't know a whole lot about it, but I heard it's really good. Now, there are multiple endings, depending on what you do, which I find very interesting, and of course, it's time I talk about the characters. Two in particular I want to talk about are Sans and Papyrus. Oh my god, they are easily the best characters in the game. Pretty much the most iconic, I might not add. They are so well written and very funny. That's another thing about this game. It is really freaking funny. And it's hard not to love these two characters, which are skeleton brothers, pretty much. Especially when you fight Papyrus. If you spare him, you can have the option to either be friends with him, or call him a loser. Okay, I obviously went with befriending him because it's much more fun when you friend him in the game, believe it or not. Also, there's a robot named Metaton who was created by a scientist called Dr. Alphys, I believe. Metaton is basically known for being a famous actor. He has a game show, a cooking show, and even a talk show. Now, I know I'm pretty much spoiling the whole game, but it's the type of game that's hard to shut up about. And while the graphics don't look amazing, they're fine for retro-style graphics, but the character models will look very good. This is certainly one of those games that should be played multiple times to see how you can change the story up. Also, there are a few puzzles in the game. Not a lot, but still pretty fun to solve, especially when the characters tell you what you have to do and stuff like that. Also, when you sell items, yeah, you do get items like health and stuff. If you sell them, they won't accept it, which is which kind of pisses me off a little bit, but still is pretty funny. Like, if you sell them something, they aren't gonna. You want to know why they're not gonna take it? Because they're trying to sell stuff themselves, not buy stuff from you, which I find pretty creative, believe it or not. So I don't know if there's actually an area where you can sell stuff. I haven't really found that, but yeah. So overall, I'm glad that I finally got to play it. It was worth the $10 I used to get it on Steam. Like I said before, it's also available for PS4 for about $5 more, but it's still worth it. It has a great story, great characters, great humor, and creative and fun gameplay. Oh, and the soundtrack, like for the boss battles and when you're attacking, and the level design for the soundtrack was absolutely amazing. Easily one of the best soundtracks I've heard in a video game. I hope Toby Fox can make more games like this in the future. I don't know if he's made more games. It might be this game that he's just made, but I hope he does more like this in the future. This game is a true masterpiece, and I'm obviously going to give it a 5 out of 5. And I'll definitely be playing it again in the future, because I want to see what else could happen in the game if I play the game differently. I'm trying my best. I've been attempting to do the pacifist run, but that might be a little bit more difficult because you don't really level up and you don't really fight. I mean, you can fight, but it might ruin your pacifist journey. But either way, this is still a great game, and I cannot wait to play it again in the future. So yeah, that was my review for Undertale. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.